guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. So today I'm making a chicken and a cream poblano sauce. It is a nice chicken breast that is going to be cooked up in a poblano pepper sauce with cream, and I'm going to pair that up with my cilantro lime rice. So I'm actually going to separate those two videos so it doesn't become a really long one, so stay tuned for that as well. So what I'm going to do with my chicken breast here is just kind of remove any of these little fatty pieces. And just to speed up cooking time, I'm going to cut these in very thin slices. And I'm kind of cutting this in pieces like this. So kind of like a fajita style, just much thinner. And chicken breast really doesn't need to be overcooked. It cooks up quite fast, so then by doing this it just kind of speeds up the process. And I kind of like the long strands of chicken breast. And here, let me show you. The further you go into the chicken breast, the pieces are a lot thicker, so I still went ahead and tried to cut it as thin as possible, just be a little wider. I'm going to roughly chop my poblano peppers because all I want to do, it doesn't have to be nicely cut, just any way really. We're going to saute them so they build a nice kind of crust and flavor. Just going to cut it as so. You can remove the seeds if you want. Poblano peppers are really not spicy, but they do add a lot of flavor. And I like the rich color it kind of adds as well. So we're going to saute these in some oil. And I've got some grapeseed oil going on in my pan right now. It's about medium heat, so I'm going to go ahead and add this. To that, I'm also going to add some Serano peppers because I like a little heat. You can totally omit the Serranos. It tastes just as great without. So I'm going to add that as well, kind of roast them up. So all I do is roast this for a good 7 to 8 minutes on medium heat. And now that this is starting to develop a little bit of a brown crust, wait just a tiny bit more. Then I'll add my garlic just to roast it up a bit before we start blending this all together. We want a good base for our sauce, so you want to do this. And goes our garlic. And I've got finely chopped scallions. If you don't have scallions, just use regular onion. These two other ingredients don't need to cook very much, so just kind of give it like a quick stir. You don't want to burn the garlic. You just want it to build a little bit of that roasting flavor. And this is ready to blend. Added a little tad bit of oil, and in goes our chicken. We're going to season this with just a tiny bit of salt and black pepper. Make sure to not add too much because we will be adding some other seasonings to this, so you don't want it to be extra salty. I'm going to bring the heat up. Cook it on medium-high heat for 12 minutes. I've let my pepper and garlic mixture kind of cool down a tiny bit. Now we can add the cream. So what I'm using is Mexican cream. This is the brand I like to use, or there's also another one called Lilia. It's really delicious. I like the flavor. So if you can't find Mexican cream, you can use a mixture of both, like a whole milk type of yogurt, like a Greek yogurt, and maybe mix it with a little sour cream to get something very similar to this. But I highly recommend for you to use this instead. You could even use a little cream cheese if you'd like, if you can't find this. What I'm going to do is just kind of give it a good mix. I'm going to be pretty darn generous. Give this a good mix. So my chicken is pretty much done. It's not all the way though, and that's good because I want my chicken to start absorbing all of this sauce. Start mixing this up. And all it'll require is that I kind of let these two simmer for a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is let this cook on medium heat for about 10 minutes. And just kind of let it finish off cooking and the sauce to thicken up just a bit. And what I'm going to do is also add a chicken bouillon, or like a powdered chicken kind of broth flavor. Just so it kind of enhances the chicken flavor. And if you let this slowly cook, the flavors come together a lot nicer because you give it time for it to kind of marinate. And just to get more veggies in, because that's the way I kind of like all my dishes to be, I'm going to add a little mixture of both a zucchini and a Spanish squash. So I'm going to just kind of dice these up, kind of like big pieces like this. And I add this in pretty much last because this is such a soft vegetable. It doesn't require a whole lot of cooking time. I'm going to give this a good mix, and then I'm going to cover it up and just let it simmer while I get my rice going. So I'm going to get that video going so you guys can see this, and then I'll show you guys at the end how I plate all of this. Alright guys, so I now wrap up this entire video with this little combination that I bring to you. So it's the cilantro lime rice with some, my mouth is watering, with the zucchini / squash and chicken and poblano sauce. I'm going to add a little splash of lime. The rice has little hints, but I feel that all Mexican food tastes just that much better with lime. So the cream and poblano sauce isn't spicy at all. If you notice, I did add 2 serrano peppers just because I like a little kick to it. So the sauce is really creamy, and it's thick, but it's not extremely mushy. And then I've got my cilantro lime rice, which has just a little hint of both that garlic, the lime, and the cilantro, so it's really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe down below and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next installment. Ciao!